Right. So today we're diving deep into Middle Eastern real estate,
Okay.
but we're doing it through the lens of this company, SinoGulf Investment Company.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we've got some pretty good info to work with.
Okay.
Um, looks like some FAQs from their website, and then
Yeah.
also like a business profile on them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
sounds fascinating. It's going to be interesting, I think, to see how they've really
Yeah.
made a name for themselves in this region, and all while
Right.
staying Sharia compliant with their investments.
Well, and that's what's really interesting to me right off the bat is that, SinoGulf has been around since 2003.
Yeah, there's a while.
That's over 15 years in a market where things change really rapidly.
Right.
So, I think their longevity speaks volumes about their success.
Especially in that region.
Especially in that region. Yeah, the MENA region's known for being really dynamic,
Yeah,
sometimes a bit volatile.
totally. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
15 years anywhere is a long time, but in that market, it's like,
Right.
okay, what's your secret?
What are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. And they're not just in Abu Dhabi. They're operating across the entire Middle East and North Africa.
Huge.
It's a massive area.
It is massive. And, each country within the Cullinan region has its own regulations, cultural nuances, and economic considerations.
Totally.
To be successful across that diverse landscape,
Yeah.
you really need to have a deep understanding of those complexities.
It's more than just money, right?
Way more. It's not just about having capital. It's about cultural understanding, economic savvy, all of that.
It seems like they've set themselves up to really manage all that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they have these 4 different divisions.
Okay.
Fund and asset management, corporate finance development management, and then professional support and accounts.
Wow.
So it's like this full...
That's the full package.
Yeah, one-stop shop for real estate development.
And it's smart. When you're dealing with that level of complexity, having that specialized structure, I think, is really key.
Yeah.
Each division plays a crucial role in, taking a project from concept to completion, and it helps ensure efficient resource allocation and,
Risk management.
risk management's huge. Yeah, exactly.
Thinking of projects, they have some pretty impressive ones.
Okay, let's hear about it.
So we've got the International Tower in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And this one caught my eye because it's EED Gold certified,
Oh, wow.
which, if anybody needs like a quick reminder,
Yeah.
AED certification, that's a globally recognized symbol of sustainable achievement
Oh, cool.
in building design and construction operation and maintenance.
Oh, okay.
So that tells us right away that they're committed to sustainability, which in that region is becoming more and more important.
Yeah, definitely a growing concern.
And it's not just some like basic office building, it's grade A commercial building, attracting some really top tenants.
Oh, nice.
And then there's also Capitol House.
Okay.
This one is fully leased to Etihad Airways.
Wow.
So, talk about secure investing.
Fun name tenant.
Yeah. And then completely different, we've got Abdali Views in Amman, Jordan.
Okay.
And this one is all high-rise living aimed at young professionals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they're really running the gamut,
Yeah.
catering to all these different
Yeah, they're really adaptable.
market segments.
Yeah. And you're right to point out the LED certification. I mean, that really shows that they are,
They're thinking long term.
yeah, and about more than just the profit.
Absolutely. And that environmental impact is crucial,
For sure.
especially in a region that's developing as rapidly as the Middle East.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've really thought this all through.
Yeah.
And to lead all of this, they've got a really interesting leadership team.
Okay.
So we've got Hussein Salih bin Farid Al-Awlaki as chairman.
Okay.
And he's bringing in expertise in Islamic finance.
Okay.
Then there's Andrew Clout. He's a non-executive director, strong financial background.
Makes sense.
And then Chris Earl is CEO. And he's really focused on building the company's operational strength.
So they've got like all the angles covered.
Yeah.
That's a really strategic mix, I think.
Yeah, seems like it.
Because you need that local expertise, the ins and outs of Islamic finance.
Oh, for sure.
But then also that global perspective
Right.
to ensure, they're making smart financial decisions.
Yeah.
I think staying compliant with regulations.
Yeah. And that kind of leads us into their commitment to Shariah-compliant investing.
Yeah.
Because that's not just like a little side note for them.
Right.
It's a core part of their business.
It's woven into everything they do, and I think that's really important to understand.
Yeah.
It's not just a tagline. It's like a fundamental principle that guides their decisions.
So does that just mean like no casinos or alcohol?
Well, it includes that,
Yeah.
things that are considered haram or forbidden,
Right.
but it goes beyond that.
Okay.
They also have to structure their financing in ways that comply with Islamic principles.
So no interest.
Exactly, no interest-based transactions.
Wow.
It's a whole different ballgame.
It's pretty unique.
It is, and it's a growing niche within the real estate market, so it's fascinating to see how SinoGulf is navigating it.
Yeah. So how do they make it work?
Well, they use alternative financing structures,
Okay.
like sukuk,
Hukuk.
yeah, which are Islamic bonds,
Okay.
and it can get pretty technical.
Right.
But essentially, these instruments represent ownership in an underlying asset.
Okay.
So investors share in the profits and losses
Right.
rather than earning interest.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it requires a different approach to structuring deals.
Okay.
Assessing risks and ensuring returns.
So it's like completely different
It is.
way of thinking about finance.
A whole different mindset, yeah.
Wow. And they have over $500 million in assets under management.
That's huge.
That's a lot of money.
That's a big vote of confidence from investors.
Yeah, so it's working.
It's working, and it shows that, they've really positioned themselves as leaders in this space. This is a growing market with very specific requirements.
Totally.
And they seem to have figured out the formula.
Yeah, so, we've talked about everything from skyscrapers to Sukuk, from Abu Dhabi to Amman.
It's a whirlwind tour.
It's clear that they're doing a lot more than just developing real estate.
Absolutely.
They're bringing together cultural sensitivity, financial innovation,
and sustainability.
And commitment to sustainability, all while building this portfolio that's really meeting the evolving needs of that whole region.
And as the MENA region continues to transform, it's going to be really interesting to see how companies like SinoGulf continue to adapt and push the boundaries of what's possible in Shariah-compliant real estate.
Totally.
It's like a whole new frontier.
Yeah, so for our listeners out there, think about this.
Yeah.
How do you think their approach is going to impact the development landscape in the coming years?
Yeah, what's the future hold?
That's a good question.
That's a big question.
The big question indeed.
Definitely something to ponder.
All right, well, on that note, we'll wrap it up here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this was a great dive.
It was really fascinating.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Bye!